Hi everyone. We are starting exercise 11.3, that is trigonometric chapter. This SSC mathematics exercise 11.3. We'll solve all the problems in this. First problem what they have asked is evaluate. They have given a number of problems. This type, first one by one we'll see. Tan 36 divided by cot 54. Okay, this is the first one they have asked. So here how to solve this problem. So we have to have the idea. Earlier we have seen this tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. So whenever they give this type of problems, you have to first look at the problem, what we can solve and how we can solve this. We can identify the relation between these angles. That is, here one is 36, another is 54. Suppose if you add these two values, 36 plus 54, how much we get? It is 90 degrees. So once if you are able to observe these values, 36 and 54, that sum it is going to be 90 degrees. Then you have to recall that we have a equation tan 90 minus theta is cos theta. This theta can be 36 or 54, any one of the, that is numerator or denominator, one of them we have to replace with another. Okay, so you have to remember this tan 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. Okay, so now in the numerator we have tan 36. Tan 36, how we can write it as tan 90 minus 54 degrees. That is 90 minus 54, it is nothing but 36. And in the denominator we have it as cot 54. We know here just we have seen tan 90 minus theta. Theta here is nothing but 54 degrees. That we can write it as cot 54 degrees. Cot 54 degrees divided by cot 54. We can cancel the numerator and denominator and we get it as 1. This is very simple. Next, another problem here we have, that they have given cos 12 degrees minus sine 78 degrees. In this also, if you observe sine 78 degrees, this they have given. If you observe here, this 12 degrees and 78, the sum of this 12 and 78, it is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, so such type of problems where we have two numbers, if you add, we are getting it as 90 degrees. We have to use this type of formula, that is cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. Okay, cos 90 minus theta is nothing but, we have the formula here, cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. And if you observe here, we have cos 12. So 12 can be written as 90 minus 78. Just now we have seen 78 plus 12 is 90. So 90 minus 78 is 12. So cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. We get it as 78 degrees. Sine 78 degrees. Now in place of this cos 12 degrees, we can substitute sine 78. So what we get? Sine 78 degrees minus sine 78, already it is given. So we get sine 78 minus sine 78, we are going to get it as 0. If it has been numerator and denominator, like sine 78 divided by sine 78, then we had got it as 1. But here it is plus and minus. So we get sine 78 minus sine 78, it is going to be 0. Next we have cosecant 31 degrees minus secant 59 degrees. Here also if you observe, that is 31 plus 59 degrees, how much it is? If you add 31 divided, that is 31 plus 59, we get it as 10 5 plus 3 8 plus 1 90. Okay, so 31 plus 59 is 90 degrees. This is also same you have to do. You have to change or modify whatever any one of these two, not both. Any one of cosecant 31 or secant 59, any one of them you have to change with secant or cosecant. Okay, both we should not change. So we can write here cosecant, this formula also you have to remember. Cosecant 90 minus theta is secant theta. Cosecant 90 minus theta is secant theta. So we can write here cosecant 90 minus, for 31 we want to get 90 minus 51 degrees. 90 minus 59 degrees gives us 31. Okay, so in place of 31 degrees we have written it as 90 minus 59. In place of 31 we have written as 90 minus 59. And from this formula here we have cosecant 90 minus theta. Cosecant 90 minus theta, this is cosecant 90 minus theta, it is nothing but secant theta. Okay, cosecant 90 minus theta is equal to secant theta. So this cosecant 31 can be replaced with secant 59 degrees. Cosecant 31 is replaced with secant 59 degrees minus, again we have secant 59 only. So secant 59 minus secant 59 degrees, we get it as 0. Okay, right. Next these are all short questions. Next they have given sine 15 degrees into secant 75 degrees. Sine 15 degrees and secant 75 degrees. Here also if you observe, we have the sum of this 75 plus 15, it is going to be 90 degrees. Okay, so out of sine 15 and secant 75, you have to change 1 from sine to cos. Okay, or secant to cosecant also you can change, only one of these two you have to change. Here also earlier problems also any one of them you have to change, not both, remember this. And sine 15 can be written as sine 90 minus 75, that is in place of 15 degrees we can write it as 90 minus 75. And we know that sine 90 minus theta is cos theta, that is cos 45 degrees. Cos 45 degrees. Now this sine 15 can be replaced with cos 75 degrees. Sine 15 is replaced with cos 75 degrees into we have secant 75. Secant 75 degrees. Now cos 75 degrees, we know that secant is nothing but 1 by cos 75. Secant 75 is 1 by cos 75. This cos and cos here we can cancel and we get 1. The answer we get it here 1. Okay. Next we have another problem, that is tan 26 degrees into tan 64. Just pause the video and try to solve this. Okay, for 3-4 minutes to try to solve. Pause the video and try to solve this. Okay, here we have 26 plus 64. 26 plus 20, 26 plus 64 we get it as 90 degrees. Here we get it as 90 degrees. So now again, as I said, any one of them you have to change or replace with tan 26. We have tan 26 can be written as, in place of 26 degrees we can write it as tan 90 minus 64. Tan 90 minus 64 we can write, this 26 can be written as 90 minus 64 degrees. Okay, now this tan 90 minus theta, it is nothing but cot theta, that is cot 64. This tan 26 in the given problem is going to be replaced with cot 64. Cot 64 degrees into given it as tan 64 degrees. We know that any cot 64 into tan we can write it as cot 1 by cot 64 degrees. 1 by cot 64 we can get right for tan 64. Cot divided by cot, it will get cancelled and we get it as 1. Okay, so this tan 26 into tan 64 also resulted into 1. Next we have some more problems in this. They are asking show that first one we will see tan 48 degrees into tan 16 degrees into tan 42 degrees into tan 74 degrees is equal to 1. They are asking to show this. So here if you observe, we have totally 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Tan 48 into tan 16, tan 42 into tan 74. They are asking to show that it is equal to 1. So we can take it as left hand side, it is tan 48, tan 16, tan 42, tan 74. So out of these 4, we are going to change any 2 terms here into another form, not all. Tan 48 can be written as tan 48 degrees can be written as, in place of 48 we can write it as 90 minus 48. For tan 42 we can write tan 90 minus 48, or for tan 48 if you want, so we can write tan 92 minus 42 degrees. Any one change we can make, that is out of 4 elements, out of 4 terms here we have tan 48, tan 16, tan 74. Any 2 only we are going to change. The tan we can write it as tan 90 minus 42 for tan 48. Okay. Now into we have tan 16 can be written as tan 90 minus 74. Okay, tan 90 minus 74, it is nothing but tan 16. We are just now writing, in place of tan 16 we can write it as tan 90 minus 74. Into we have further 2 terms, that is tan 42, it is given into tan 74 degrees. Tan 42 into tan 74. We know the formula that tan 90 minus theta, we can write it as cot theta, that is cot 42 degrees, into tan minus 74 can be written as cot 74 degrees, into tan 42 into tan 74. This is they have given already. So here we can write it as tan 42 can be written as tan 42. Here we have tan 42, that can be written as 1 by cot 42. Okay, and this tan 74 can be written as 1 by cot 74. So already we have cot 42 here into cot 74 here. So into tan 42 can be written as 1 by cot 42 degrees. And similarly, this tan 74 can be written as 1 by cot 74 degrees. Okay, tan is nothing but 1 by cot. So if you observe here, this cot 42, 1 by cot 42 will get cancelled. Cot 74, 1 by cot 74 will get cancelled. So we get overall 1 into 1, it has 1. Okay, so this is nothing but our right hand side, which they have asked to prove. Okay, simple. Only 2 of the terms you have to change, not all the 4. If you change all the 4, it will be further we get back to the same question. So similar to this, they are asking cos 36, cos 54 minus. Earlier all are they have multiplied. Now here they are doing it minus. So cos 36 into cos 54 minus sin 36 into sin 54 is equal to 0. They are asking to show that it is equal to 0. So as usual we start with the left hand side, and out of this here also we have 4 terms, 1 2 3 4, and we are going to change any two. Okay, cos 36 into cos 54 minus sin 36 into sin 54 we have. So cos 36 can be written as cos 90 minus 54, that is 90 minus 54 is 36. This cos 54 can be written as cos 90 minus 36. How we able to write for 54? It is 90 minus 36 because here they have given 36. Okay, 54. Sum of 36 plus 54. Here 36, here 54, 90. Cos 54 sin 36, sum it is 90. Okay. So that's why by looking at the other two terms, we have to do the modification or change. Okay, cos 36 we can write it as cos 90 minus 54. Cos 54 we can write it as cos 90 minus 36 minus, now as usual whatever it is given, sin 36 degrees into sin 54 degrees. We know the formula that cos 90 minus theta is what? Sin theta. So cos 90 minus theta, that is we can write it as sin theta. Here theta is nothing but 54 degrees. So we can write it as sin 54 into this cos 90 minus 36, again sin 90 minus theta, we can write it as sin theta, that is sin 36 degrees, minus what we can write here, this sin 36 as it is, sin 54 as it is, minus sin 36 into sin 54. Okay, so now if you observe, here we have sin 54 into sin 36, here we have sin 36 and sin 54, both will get cancelled, plus sin 54 sin 36 minus sin 36 sin 54, both are same, one is plus another is minus, so we get it as 0. That is nothing but what they have asked to prove that or show that it is LHS is equal to RHS, it is equal to 0. Okay, this type of problem are very important, they'll ask. Next, problem number 3 in the exercise 11.3 we have, if they give tan 2a is equal to cot a minus 18 degrees, cot a minus 18 degrees, where 2a is an acute angle that is less than 90 degrees. Acute angle means less than 90 degrees. Find the value of A. Find the value of A. Okay. So what they have given here, which tan 2A is equal to cot A minus 18 degrees, and they even specified that 2a is an acute angle that is less than 90 degrees. They are asking to find the value of a, right? So here tan, on the left hand side we have tan 2a, and this is not like earlier we have solved in problem number 2. This is little different compared to the earlier one. So what they have given, tan 2a is equal to cot a minus 18 degrees. They are not asking to prove that, show that. Don't start like LHS we start and we'll write tan 2a, or we start with RHS we are going to prove it. No, no, no. It is not like the problem earlier we solved in problem number 2. It is different problem compared to 2. So here they have asked tan 2a. What we have to try to do in this type of problems is, since on the left hand side we have tan term, on the right hand side term we have cot. Okay, so here we can make both the left hand side and right hand side of same ratio, that is tan we can convert it into cot, or cot on the right hand side we can convert it into tan, any one of them, not both. Any one of the left hand side or right hand side you have to convert it as tan to cot or cot to tan. Okay, so this tan 2a, we know that tan, or you can write it as cot 90 minus theta. Cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta. Okay, so this we know, cot 90 minus theta equal to tan theta. So the right hand side of the given one, that is cot a minus 18, here we have. Okay, our left hand side tan 2a we replace. So in place of tan 2a, we can write it as cot 90 minus 2a. Cot 90 minus 2a is nothing but tan 2a. It is better to change the LHS itself. It is little simple than compared to RHS. Okay, what they have given, tan 2a is equal to cot a minus 18 degrees. They are not asking to show that or prove this. They are asking to find the value of a where 2a is less than 90 degrees. So LHS tan 2a can be replaced with cot 90 minus 2a. Okay, from this formula. So tan 2a is replaced with cot 90 minus 2a for LHS, and RHS already it is given cot a minus 18 degrees. Cot a minus 18 degrees it is given. Now both the sides we have cot, and we can equate the value in the brackets, because both are cot. On the left hand side it is cot and right hand side also it is cot. So we can equate it as 90 minus 2a is equal to a minus 18 degrees. A minus 18 degrees. Now minus 2a we can bring on the right hand side, and minus 18 we can bring on the left hand side. So when we bring the minus 18 on the left hand side, it becomes 90 plus 18 degrees, and when we bring this minus 2a on the right hand side, we get it as a plus 2a. A plus 2a. So 90 plus 108 we get it as 90 plus 18 we get it as 108 degrees. A plus 2a we get it as 3a. Okay, 90 plus 18 is 108 degrees. Now we bring this 3 on the left hand side, it comes in the denominator of 108. 108 by 3 is equal to a. So we can try to divide this. Now you have to remember this, or you know how a number, if it is divisible by 9, divisible by 3 here, in this case it is divisible by 3 means sum of the individual numbers, that is 108, 1 plus 0 plus 8, it is going to be 9. So if this number, it is 9 is divisible by 3, that means overall 108 is divisible by 3. Okay, remember this. So now 3 3s are 9, and we left 1 8 18, so 3 6 are 18. So we got it as a is equal to 36 degrees. Even the condition what they have given, 2a is 2 into 36, that is 72 degrees, which is less than 90 degrees. Okay, thank you very much for watching. We will continue further videos. Thank you. Please subscribe and share.